We play games now to try and help her with her English. You know, we play games. Like, I know my mom struggles to pronounce the word hippopotamus. So I got $100 green with a camera on. I was like, Mom, I'll give you this $100 if you can say hippopotamus. You should have seen it. Hippopotamus, 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 hippopotamus. I say right, hippopotamus, hippopotamus. And I posted it on social media, and my friend goes, dude, why is your mom saying happy birthday, Thomas? She got the $100 if you're wondering. The hardest part is when we first came here, right? Arabic was the language we first spoke. And in Arabic, kiss means plastic bag. In English, it doesn't. We went to the shops, right? And my mom, she's very confident. She's like, okay, I buy, now I have kiss. And the lovely Asian man who packed all her groceries, he's just looking at her. He's like, no kiss. She's like, no, I want kiss. He's like, no kiss here. And my mom is very adamant, I want kiss. I buy, I want kiss. I deserve kiss. And he's like, no kiss. I call my wife, I'm married. And he calls his wife, Mingya, come here. This crazy woman, she want a kiss. You should have seen his wife. She's like, she want a kiss? From you? No good, no good. You should have seen him. He's like, see, I still got it. I heard this and I explained to my mom. I said, Mom, this is what it means. And I explained to the guy what she meant. And he was like, oh, so sorry, so sorry, so sorry. His wife, the best, she just looks at him and she goes, you old and stupid. We're teaching her, man. Just the fact, she was so embarrassed, just the fact that she said, give me a kiss. You know, she's like, ah. Because that aspect of it, the whole kiss and all that, that's not my mom's thing, you know. My mom, very traditional Ethiopian mom, very religious, you know. So it's sometimes living in Australia, she finds 6 kids, you know, 2 years apart, all going through puberty at the same, one after the other. She finds herself in like strange Western, I would say, you know, situations where she's trying to adapt and you could just see her, but there's so much honesty to her, the way she handles it. Like she walked on my brother, she walked in on him while he was with his girlfriend in the room, right? And she was shirtless. And my mom is very lovely. She just wanted to offer treats. Opens the door, no knocking, nothing. You guys hungry? You want to eat? And my brother had his face on her chest and he was like, ah! And the girl was like, ah! And my mom, first thing that came to her mind, my son good? She's so lovely. She's trying so hard, man, I tell you that. Another time, right, she went in his room and she found a box from Adult Shop, right? She's sitting there in the lounge room and she's crying and I'm like, Mom, what's wrong? She goes, look, your brother, I think he's gay, look. I said, Mom, even if he is, there's nothing wrong with it. But why would you say that he is? She goes, look. And she shows me a box from Adult Shop. Right? And it had a picture of a naked Caucasian man wearing nothing but a mankini, a bow tie, a police cap, holding a whip. And I was like, he's not gay, Mum. He's just kinky. And then my mum goes, ah, good, good. What is kinky? And I was like, crap. We don't have that kind of relationship, you know? We don't have the bees and the birds conversation. We don't have those kind of... So I did my best. I said, Mum, let's say you're in a room with Dad. Let's say Dad smacked you real hard. I'm like, usually you would cry. Instead, you say, hit me harder. I'm like, that's kinky. And she looks at me and she goes, he's gay and violent? I was like, I am not explaining any further. Couple more jokes, guys, and then we'll end the night. You've been good, brother. You've been a lovely crowd. Thank you so much for coming out during AFL as well. Thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate it. Part proceeds from tonight will be going to the Starlight Children's Foundation as well, so we're all going to heaven. Yeah. Unless you got in for free, then no. It's crazy, man. I love my mum. I do. Every time you come to my shows, I'll be always talking about my mum. You know, when she's like I was saying, she's very religious because when we were in Sudan and we were, living on the streets, eating out of bins to survive, we slept outside a church. You know, that's all we had during the day. She'll take us in at night. We had to sleep outside. And it was crazy. So she's very religious, man. I remember one Sunday, she comes up to me and she's dressed in her traditional Ethiopian attire. And she's like, oh, my son, today I want to go to church. I'm like, yeah, you do this every Sunday. I don't mind taking you. She's like, yes, but today I want to go to white people church. I'm like, it's the same as our church. She goes, no, they have aircon. I'm like, okay, no worries, I'll take you there. We go there, it's this big, beautiful Catholic church, and there's a sign at the front, right? And I came out, I was like, oh yeah, that's a cool sign. And my mom's coming out of the car like, yes, we are going to pray. This is going to be amazing. Yes, I can't wait. What does the sign say, my son? She goes, and I was like, oh, it says 205,000 Christians are persecuted every day in 105 countries, and one dies every 5 minutes. Come join us. She looks at me and she's like, get back in the car, let's go. Very religious, man. Strong mum as well, man. She fought men who tried to attack us or kidnap us or assault us. My mom fought giants, man. When I was 8 maybe or 7 years old, we were at the immigration line. Me and my brother were playing around and we accidentally stepped on this big giant guy's shoes, right? He was lining up as well and he shoved my brother to the ground. And I didn't know what to do. No dad around, right? So I was like, who's going to take this man on? And my mom saw this, right? She just charged this man. She's like, don't you dare touch my son, right? And he's like, what are you going to do about it? My mom, without thinking, she just goes, bah, grabs by his testicles, squeezed so hard. This man was paralytic. He could not move. I'm telling you, we're watching him and he's like, what are you doing? Let go, please. I'm so sorry. I hit your son. And my mom, you know what she did? She didn't let go. She got him out of the immigration line while holding onto this man's testicles, and she's walking him out. And she's given us self-defense classes. She's like, if anyone touch you, you grab them by their balls. I'm looking at my brother like, are you going to do that? He's like, I'm not going to do that. I was like, I don't want to do that. My mom is like, you must do that. We're like, man, we were so proud. We're like, how is this tiny woman controlling this giant of a man? And she's like, you never touch my children again. She gets him outside. We're like, Mom is such a hero, man. She's not even scared, right? As soon as she gets him outside, she's like, okay, children. When I let go, we run. Huh?